Hi there. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about how we can really emerge from a crisis, from this current pandemic, stronger, with higher confidence, and with a plan of action, so that you can really hit the ground running and make sure this next chapter is your best yet. So I don't know if you're like me, but I came off of this New Year's Eve, entering this new year, this start to this new decade, with so much energy, so much motivation, a huge commitment to my vision for this year, this decade. Super excited, had all these things coming together and projects, a new company, an acquisition, this and that, you name it, and then boom, 2.5 months later, it all came to a halt. And we had to focus on this new thing, this thing we didn't understand, this virus, this pandemic, and it started to overtake our lives in this world like nothing we've ever seen before. Certainly not in my, at least not in my lifetime. And that changed a lot of the way that we think. It rattled our confidence. It changed our psyche, the way that we communicate, interact, socialize, work, travel, everything. But here's the good news. Just 3 months later, we're already getting to a place where we're starting to reopen the economy. We're starting to get back to work. We're starting to get back to life. And not normal, but a new normal that's in store for us, so that we can live safer, in a healthier way, and better prepare and create a plan, so that when another pandemic happens, which it will in the future, there's no way around that we'll be better prepared with a stronger response, and we can avoid the type of impact that this one has had. So a couple of things I want to share with you today, strategies that I've developed and implemented, as my clients have as well, to make sure that we leave and emerge from this downtime, largely downtime here, even though we've been working almost harder than ever, and many of you probably have as well, but we leave this 3-month malaise that is the pandemic here in the spring of 2020, stronger, with higher confidence and an action plan ready to tackle this new chapter. So the first thing is this, realizing that as we start to reopen, we need to refocus and recommit to our vision. What are our goals for this year? Oftentimes they're going to have changed, especially now with business changing, and a lot of us having to reinvent our business model, the way that we approach business, how we generate revenue, our cost structure, everything. So we need to reinvent our business model, our approach to our work. And even if you're not a business owner or entrepreneur like myself, you're probably changing the way that you work and interact and communicate in your job, in your career, whether it be in corporate America, nonprofit, education, what have you. So that's number one. Retool and reinvent the model of getting work done and being a productive, contributing member of the workforce. 2 is developing and maintaining a strong positive mindset. Remember, it's so easy to get bogged down and to get into the rabbit hole of the negativity and all the doomsday headlines and all of this stuff out there that we see the media sensationalizing and putting out there every day. It's really easy to get pulled into that. But I have to urge you and caution you to not let that happen, to safeguard what goes into your mind, the ideas you put in there, the people you put yourself around, and only consume things that are necessary, the positive things in the world. Attract yourself to those stories and headlines, because we're going through a lot of challenges right now with race relations in this country. Those are the conversations we need to be having. We need to be looking to promote and catalyze change, to progress as a people and as a society, and be able to really learn from all that has happened, not just during this pandemic, but the years leading up to it. Because we're at a crossroads where fundamental change is required for us to advance and progress as a society and a people to get to new levels of self-realization, awareness, growth, contribution, and collaboration. So that's the second one. Focus on the mindset, staying positive, what you're putting into your mind, right, through the ideas you consume and the people you put yourself around. And the third idea here is make sure that you have a strong action plan. Make sure that you've now developed and revisited your business plan, your career plan, your plan for the rest of the year now, as we have 6 months left and we're really entering the third quarter. What is that plan? How are you going to achieve these new goals? How is this new model and way of working, communicating, going to really end up? What does the rest of this year look like? And remember to control the things that you can control and let the other things fall away, because there's so much out there in the world now. more so than ever, that we can't control. But there are a lot of things that we can. Our habits, our routines, our health, our mindset, our psyche, our network, our safety. Those things we can control. So make sure you latch onto those and you're intentional and diligent about making sure that those are in the right place, that you're optimizing in those areas, and then continuing to be positive and optimistic about the future and our ability as a people and a nation and as a society and as a world, a global community, to rebound from this, to recover from this, to get better, to learn from it, and to continue to advance as the human race. That's my message today. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, please leave a comment below, like this, share it with somebody else that needs some motivation, inspiration, and ideas for how to emerge from a crisis, from this pandemic particularly, stronger, with a higher level of confidence and a plan of action to really tackle this next chapter, the rest of this year and 2021 and beyond. Thank you so much. To your success and happiness. I'll talk to you soon.